Hello everyone. This is a tutorial of how to convert a Mealy machine into a Morse machine. Now I'll be showing you with an example of how do we proceed with it. So here I have a diagram which it is a Mealy machine which has four states: Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q0 is the initial state. And if you notice here is from Q1, A is the input and 0 is the output. Similarly, from Q2, A1 is the input and 1 is the output. So you can see from each and every state there is an input and output of 0 and 1. That means the input alphabets are A and B and the outputs are 0 and 1 respectively. So I'll go in a stepwise manner and show you how do we convert this from Mealy into Morse. So let us go to step number 1. So we'll mark it as step number 1. Now the first thing we have to know is, let's go to Q0. Now if you see Q0, you'll find that there are two incomings to Q0. One is Q1 and one is Q3. Each has an input of A and an output of 0, input of B and an output of 1. So you notice here is the outputs are 0 and 1 respectively. So what we have to do is, since there are two outputs, 0 and 1, so immediately what we have to do is we have to split this state. So Q0, we'll split it into two states, Q0 and Q0. We'll name the states as Q01 and let's say Q02. The remaining, keep it as it is. Q1 will remain as it is, Q3 will remain as it is, and Q2 will remain as it is. We need not touch those at present. So now we'll mark this as 0 is the output here and 1 is the output here. So for output 0 from Q1, it is coming to Q0 with an output of 0. So we'll mark this as A. So if you notice here, A is the input, 0 is the output. Similarly, Q3, the incoming is B. So we'll make Q3 with an incoming of B. Now let us look at the outputs from Q0. Q0 is going to Q2 with an input of 1 and is going to Q3 with an input of output of 1 and here an output of 0. So since it is from Q0, but Q0 has been split into two states, so these two states has to go respectively to Q2, which is marked as A/1 and A/1. Similarly, Q0 is going to Q3, but there are two Q0s here, so we'll make this as 1 and we'll make this as another, which is giving us B/0 and B/0. The rest we need not touch it, so we'll say as B/1, this is B/0, this is A/0. I think that is done. One more is there, so this will come, that is A/1. That completes step 1. So we have step 1. So we'll go to step number 2 now. So let's write it here, step number 2. In step number 2, what we'll do is we'll go to the next state. Q0 we have already completed. We'll go to Q1. So let's go to Q1 now. Now let's look at Q1 from step number 1. In Q1, the incomings to Q1 is from Q2 and from Q1 itself, and both outputs are 1. There is no 0. So that means we need not split the state. The state is to be splitted only if there are two outputs, 0 and 1. So here we need not split the state. So what we'll do is we'll mark this as an output of 1. Q2 will remain as it is. Q3 will come here. And then this A will come here. Then this will go there, A1. Then we have Q3, B/0. We have this, that is B/0. This is coming in, B. This is going there, that is A/0. This is B oblique 0, and from here is coming here, that is A. And one more is there. So let's make this as this. We'll make it as A oblique 1. And so B is also coming here, coming in. So we'll make this as B. So that completes Q1. So if you notice in Q1, we have only two incomings, A and B. So A and B with an output of 1. That completes step number 2. In step 3, let us look at Q2 now. The rest of the things will remain the same, Q01, Q02, then we have Q1, then we have Q3, which remains untouched. So we have here as B oblique 0. We come back here, that is B. We go there, that is B oblique 0. Then we have this, that is A. We have this, that is B 1. These are the outputs 0 and 1. So this is 0 and this is 1. Okay, that's done. Now let us look at Q2 now. Q2, if you see the incomings to Q2 is A0 and A1. Both are A1 coming from Q01 and Q02. That means what? The outputs are 0 and 1. So what we have to do is, since the outputs are 0 and 1, we have to make two states. That is Q, let's say 21 and Q22. So this is 0 and this is 1. Now, next thing. Let's mark the input. From Q0, it is coming with A to Q2 with an output of 1. So let's make this as output of 1 from Q0 and mark it as A. Similarly, from Q02, it is going to Q2 with an output of 1. So let us mark it here and it's going to A. Now, again the same thing, B. B is coming with an input of 0. So B will be coming here. And similarly, since there are two states of Q2, 20, this is also 2, this is 21 and 22. So what we do is, since B is an incoming here also, so we make an incoming here. And since the output is 0, so we just give an arrow from here so that output is 0 in this case. Now let's look at the outgoing from Q2. Outgoing from Q2, there's only one outgoing, that is A to Q1. So we'll make this as A and we'll make this as A. That completes step number 3. Now let us complete the final diagram. So let us go to, we have already completed Q0, Q1, Q2. Now we'll finish up with Q3. So that is step number 4, we say. In step number 4, let's look at it. Q01 as it is, Q02 as it is, Q1, Q21, Q22. Now let's look at Q3. One step is missing here. This one. This will go here. That is A. So let us look at Q3. The incomings to Q3 is only B0 and B0. That means there is only one output for Q3, 0 and 0. So Q3 need not be splitted, so it will remain as it is, Q3. So now we get a final diagram. Rest of the things remain the same. A, this is B, this is A, this is B, this is B, this output is 1, that is A, that is A. From here it is going as B. From here it's coming here as B. From there it's going as B. Then from here it's going there as A. And from here it is going there as A. So we'll make this as. So everyone, this is your final step, step 4. So you can notice that here Q3 we have, in this case Q3 has only one output. So that's B0 and B0. So what we have is, there is only Q3, we haven't split up the state. So this is your final step of how to convert a Mealy machine into a Morse machine. Thank you for watching this video.